What's up, Roxstars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blogs. So let's get to it. Alright, Roxstars, it's been a rough morning, but we gonna get through this video. Still gotta do how to get away with murder. Yes, a lot. Let's start with the serious topics. Day 28 of the government shutdown. I guess every week I'm just going to be counting off the days. Cardi tried to tell you guys how serious it is and y'all got mad at her. I'm just like, what do you guys want? Do you want celebrities to speak out or do you not? When they don't say nothing, y'all say they're not taking a stand. When they say something, you say you stupid and you a rapper and you shouldn't be saying anything. Child, can't never make you happy. But anyway, yes, day 28. That means 2 checks now that these federal workers have not been able to receive a check. And that really is the bottom line now. People that live paycheck to paycheck cannot afford to miss a month's worth of pay. So I don't need to explain to you guys how that can completely devastate a person that is taking care of themselves, their family. They need to, this shutdown needs to be over. It doesn't look like y'all stupid ass president has any plans to stop it. And I'm really starting to worry, like, what is going to happen? I already explained to you guys last week how so many people, and not just federal workers, will be affected by this shutdown. Trump is holding the nation hostage. Very, very frustrating, but not really surprising because this is the person that he is. Every time I see him on the news, I get so angry. Like, I've never not liked someone as much as I don't like him. I don't know how anybody can still be supportive of him and the things that he's doing. He's just an idiot. We saw yesterday he canceled the flight. You know, it was a top secret NATO meeting that Nancy Pelosi and members of Congress was on their way to. And at the very last minute, he canceled the plane and said that they could fly commercial. Okay, first up, you're not supposed to be even giving up this information that the meeting was happening. Hence, top secret. He is just stupid. Just a joke, just an embarrassment to our nation that we are being run by somebody just as asinine as he is. A fucking toddler, digging in his heels and throwing temper tantrums left and right. I can't, you guys. Yes, I saw the tweet of him misspelling the word hamburger. HAMBERDERS. What the fuck is that? Now, it's the White House, and of course, you know, with all the national championships that have happened since he's become president, you know, most of the teams have declined to visit, or they, you know, only visited partially. Okay, this is the first time that he actually had a whole team and, you know, the staff go and visit the White House. All right. And then his dumb ass comes up with the bright idea that he was going to serve them, quote unquote, great American food and serve them McDonald's and Burger King and pizza. College students who probably eat this on the daily. You think that you go into the White House and that you're going to be invited to some sort of elegant lunch or dinner, and your stupid ass unhealthy president decides to give them junk food? How fucking crazy is that? And he was so proud. And you guys know I go to McDonald's, so I know McDonald's food cannot sit. If you ain't gonna eat that food as soon as they hand it to you, then it's no good. All right, especially now with the French fries. I don't know what they done did to the grease. They're trying to make it healthier. Don't nobody want no fucking healthier junk food. All right, it's a junk food for a reason. Leave the shit unhealthy and let us eat that, and then when we want healthy, we can do healthy. But anyway, they done fucked up the fries, y'all. But can you imagine what kind of cardboard that mess must have tasted like by the time them kids got up in there to get they, you know, nicely stacked, you know, Big Mac cartons and Whopper cartons? And I was just like, he ought to be ashamed of himself. Republicans, are you serious? You guys actually have this man representing your party? I mean, when is anybody going to admit that he has completely torn that party apart and made you guys look like a joke? Okay? I guess it's just never going to happen, but yeah, it's just unbelievable. In the meantime, we've got all these people that are suffering, can't pay their bills, threatening to get evicted, don't have food, going to food banks, not able to go to work. Give these people their jobs back. I am so sorry to have to keep reporting this every week, but something tells me, you guys, that we have got to get prepared, that it is going to be a long time. And I know that we can keep saying our prayers out for the federal workers, but you know what? They probably bought over prayers at this point. I mean, you know what? Prayers always help. Prayer always works. But we need prayer and we need action. Give these people their jobs back. You guys, Soulja Boy, so he's all the hotness right now, right? And not even really for his music. We haven't even got a Soulja Boy tune in quite a long time, but it's really more so because of his antics on the internet. One thing about Soulja Boy is that he knows how to navigate and create buzz around himself. He was one of the originators, okay, made himself big off of YouTube as a rapper, but the boy does have some smarts about himself, and he's entertaining, and he's funny. Of course, he is milking this whole thing. What is he saying right now? Well, he's screaming to anybody and everybody who will listen that he had the biggest comeback of 2018. He said that he signed a record deal, he did 4 new shows, he signed an endorsement deal with Fashion Nova, he released his own smartwatch and a video game console, and claims he's up $20 million. Just 2018, okay? So he says that that is his big comeback. I don't know how true or false any of this is. I mean, I don't follow Soulja Boy. As a matter of fact, I kind of felt like he was a joke. But you can't deny that the boy has some sort of entertainment factor in him. And then when I did do some research on it, it looks like the things that he said actually really did happen. We do know he came out with this smartwatch. He did come out with this video game console. Okay, he was at least on Love and Hip Hop. I mean, not Love and Hip Hop, on Marriage Boot Camp. Not quite sure what the other 3 shows are. I mean, that could include some production or being, you know, on the cast, executive producing, whatever. We don't know exactly. You know, it's just kind of hard to know what to believe and what not to believe with Soulja Boy, because he always comes out, you know, with these random facts about, you know, some deal that he signed and that he made, you know, some exorbitant amount of money in the millions and trillions, and then we find out that actually the amount was exaggerated, and, you know, he didn't make $200 million, you know, he made. So it's kind of hard to tell, but it is fun to watch. So he's kind of on this media blitz talking about his comeback. He's smart enough to keep the buzzwords of people that are really in the news right now in his mouth. You know, always bringing up Tyga, bringing up Drake, bringing up Kanye. Things that he knows that paparazzi and those types will like to follow him around so that they can get a good sound bite on him. You go, and all of a sudden everybody wants to talk to Soulja Boy. And he does provide receipts. He's out there proving that, you know, he did do this, do that, and do the other. But yeah, I don't know, you guys. I mean, he's funny. He's funny to me. I don't follow the beef with him and Famous Dex. I have no idea who Famous Dex is. I couldn't tell you where he came from, nothing. But he's definitely keeping people intrigued. And I think it's cute enough and it's funny enough. Is anybody out there familiar with what Soulja Boy did? I mean, I guess he could have done all of these things. The question is, who is buying it? Is people buying his smartwatches? Is somebody buying his consoles? Okay, is he making the money off of all these deals supposedly that he has? Those are the questions that matter. And for those of you guys who actually follow Soulja Boy and may be a little bit more educated on what he has and has not done, you guys feel free to drop it down in the comments section below. But yeah, he's funny. This whole Gucci headband, okay, even that's become a part of his shtick. People keep on saying that he keeps on wearing the same thing over and over. You know, now it's come the announcement that he's going to retire the, you know, the headband. So yeah, he's smart. Maybe we'll get some music this year. We'll see. But yeah, I think right now Soulja Boy is riding the wave. He keeps on saying 2018 was his comeback, but 2019 might just be his year. So Rihanna and her father, they have had a checkered past. They have had a difficult past. We know that Rihanna's mom and dad, they divorced when Rihanna was young, and just a lot of family issues that was there. But you know, you've always known that Rihanna has loved her father, and you know, she allows him back in her life, and then some shit happened, and she got to put him on timeout. And so this is another one of those times, it looks like. The story came out that her father, Ronald Fenty, along with his partner, Moses Perkins, they created a company by the name of Fenty Entertainment. Entertainment. Now, the company was falsely representing Rihanna to potential businesses that wanted to do business with them. And for those of you guys who don't understand, basically, Fenty Entertainment, you recognize the name as Fenty as Rihanna's last name. You see her father coming, representing the company, and as a business, you automatically believe that he is representing Rihanna when in fact he is not. So he is getting business on the strength of Rihanna possibly showing up to perform, showing up, as appearances, or just even being in business with her when it is all indeed a lie. Now, she didn't even know anything about it, but supposedly he had been set up some shows, 15 shows, it seems, in Latin America, where they were going to pay her $15 million and plus two 15-minute sets at the Staples Center and T-Mobile Arena for some fest that they're going to have out there in California. So they was really booking shit on her name. Okay, even had got down to a point where they were trying to open these luxury hotels under this name. So she found out about it. She kept on telling her dad, you guys need to stop. You guys need to stop. And Daddy Fenty was not stopping. So now we got to sue that ass. Okay, and everybody's all like, how's she gonna sue her own father? He has the same last name. He has a right to use the name. Yes, he has the same last name. But when you're misrepresenting and you are misleading people to think that Rihanna is going to be there when obviously she is not, what happens if he has some sort of show and something happens, something goes down? These people want to sue now. Who you think they gonna sue? You think they gonna sue Ronald, or you think they gonna sue Rihanna? Because Ronald ain't got no fucking money. Not when the businesses is trying to sue. Rihanna is the one that they gonna come after. And if she has nothing to do with it, then we got to sue you because you're gonna have to stop this shit. I said that daddy is something else. They even caught up with the daddy and was asking him about the lawsuit, and he was like, I don't think she'll try to sue me. He kind of was laughing it off. I was just like, he's special. But now that the news is out, she's kind of protected herself legally. Just like, okay, if there's these unknown deals that her father has made out there, she had nothing to do with it. So y'all don't come after Rihanna. She had to do it. All right. It's too bad that her father keeps on lying on her name. I said, now, Ronnie, you ain't right. But Rihanna gonna be fine. It will definitely not be any Fenty Entertainment. But a good thing that we found out is Rihanna's about to come out with a luxury line, okay, with the people who do, what is it called? Something Hennessy Louis Vuitton. I can't remember what the first, Hermes? Is it Hermes, Hennessy, Louis Vuitton? No, it's not Hermes. I'll put it on the screen. But this company has decided to start an actual luxury line with Annalise, child, with Rihanna. They haven't done a luxury line. They haven't started a luxury line since 1987 with Christian LaCroix. Now, Rihanna is the next person in line, and they're expecting it to be something big. We saw her in some sunglasses that said Fenty on the side, so they are thinking that is probably one of the things that is coming off her line. And Rihanna is just really expanding. Okay, diversifying, right? People are still looking for music from her, and I'm assuming we'll get some music from her this year. But you know what, Annalise? Why don't people want to call her Annalise? Rihanna is trying to look at the long run. Y'all motherfuckers in music is too fickle anyway. Let's get some shit out there that's gonna last. And she's putting her foot in it, so I'm proud of Rihanna. She's always been about her business. Yeah, she's definitely a fist pump of righteousness. I love me some little Rihanna. All right, you guys, so Alexa Sky was at a club last week having a good time one evening. Blac Chyna was also at the same club. When she realized that Alexa Sky was over there celebrating, you know what, Blac Chyna had her people bring Alexis over into her VIP section. You know what, she let her come over here and party with us. As the night went on and they was having a good time drinking and, twerking and listening to the music and talking to people and whatnots, Alexa Sky, let her tell it, out of the blue, Blac Chyna just wilds out, starts going off on her, starts attacking her. And there was a big confrontation there. Unexplainable, not provoked. Let Alexis tell it, Blac Chyna just flew off the handle and went off on her. Okay, now we've heard things about Blac Chyna not necessarily being the most lucid. There are some drug issues that may be at play. So I guess these things definitely could have happened. All right. But anyways, this big old confrontation at the club, and Alexis and her people gets put out, and she's on Instagram live, and she's talking about how, what happened, and she waiting outside for Blac Chyna to come out so she can beat her ass. She not leaving LA, until she, girl, all this. Okay, security is not gonna let you get to Blac Chyna, so all this posturing you doing on Instagram, you might as well cut it out. Of course, she didn't get to Blac Chyna, so I'm sure she was frustrated, and nobody really understood what the whole thing was about. Okay, a couple of days later, all of a sudden we see a post by Rob, where he posted a picture of Alexis and said, I always wanted you, or something along those lines. I said, oh, so Rob has, jumped himself into the fray. And next thing you know, we see Rob and Alexis Sky having an intimate night. Now, they did it all on Instagram so you guys could see what was happening. But, yeah, she was over at his house, and she was cooking him dinner, and, he was appreciative, and they were having a good time, and the music was going, and the food, and yada, 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 okay? Kind of brought back memories of when Blac Chyna and Rob first got together. And I'm sure he did that on purpose to get back at Blac Chyna, because that's what those two do. The one thing about Rob, though, is he can't never take what Blac Chyna put back out on that ass, and I'm just waiting on her crazy petty ass to do something back to him, because we already know that that's gonna set him in a tailspin, and it's gonna be all of this, and he gonna erase everything off his Instagram, and it's, you guys know how them two go. They both they're toxic people, both Rob and Blac Chyna, and the two of them together is just a disaster. Okay, the sad part is there's a baby that's in the middle of it. I mean, we didn't talked about them two over and over again. Do I think that Rob and Alexis really have a relationship together? No, I don't. Okay, he said he knew her for 5 years. All of a sudden, people was just tripping. Okay, but I mean, they stupid enough, all of them. I don't put it past none of them that Rob and Alexis would get a relationship going just to spite Blac Chyna, because that's the kind of people that they are. Okay, just a whole bunch of confusion and chaos and silliness and full of fucking niggatry and everything. So, who knows? But yeah, I'm sure Blac Chyna will be getting Rob back at some point. We're gonna keep our eye open, and then I'll let y'all know. Guys, so Super Bowl 53 is in a couple of weeks. Okay, and while we're all very anxious to know who are the two teams that will be battling out here in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, we also was wondering what was going to be happening at that halftime show. Now, they did confirm back a while ago that Maroon 5 was going to be doing the halftime show after many, many people declined. Okay, they had asked Rihanna, I believe. They wanted Cardi B to do something. There was some Jay-Z talk. I mean, they were asking people, and they all declined because they were in support of the Colin Kaepernick, the strike, so to speak, where they just refused to get involved with the NFL with all of this lawsuit going on with Colin Kaepernick and the owners. So they said no. Maroon 5 finally said okay. But you guys know how on the halftime shows they always have like an artist that seems completely foreign to that group. It's supposed to be this surprise where they collab together and all of that. Well, they couldn't get anybody to even agree to do the collab. All right, we finally got Travis Scott. Travis Scott is a big name right now, so they were able to get him in, and people were upset that he would do it. He is a black rapper. Like, what about solidarity for Colin Kaepernick? Well, Travis Scott said he only did it on for two reasons. One, NFL had agreed that they would give $500,000 that they would have paid him. They're now giving it to charity, and the other reason is because Colin Kaepernick had, given his blessing. Well, now we find out that that's not true, that Colin Kaepernick did not give his blessing. As a matter of fact, when they spoke on the phone about it, they disagreed quite a bit. They said that the conversation remained cordial. However, Colin Kaepernick at no time was like, well, go on and do your thug thizzle at the Super Bowl. I'll be watching. Yeah, it didn't go down like that. So now Travis Scott's team is saying that he never even said that, Colin Kaepernick gave his approval and whatever. Okay, he's doing it the halftime show, and I guess we moving on from there. Also, Big Boy from Outkast is going to be a part of that show too, and he hasn't really gotten much flack. Okay, they haven't really said too much about it, and I'm trying to figure out how all three of them gonna fit together. Just totally three different styles of music and everything, and but they say they're gonna put it all together. at the Super Bowl. Then we come to find out that Miss Gladys Knight, she is going to be singing the national anthem. I said, woo, y'all really couldn't. I mean, that ain't no slight on Miss Gladys Knight. But they try to get somebody that's real current and happening and popping right now. And the fact that they had to take it on back to the 1960s to get them some Gladys Knight, that lets you know what the situation with the state of the NFL and the Super Bowl and people supporting. But yeah, Gladys was like, I'll do it. The goddamn bills don't pay themselves. Y'all mad at Gladys? I want to know who gonna cancel Auntie Gladys on this national anthem that she gonna be singing. And then lastly, in quickies, you guys, just 2 stories. Okay, the first one, congratulations are in order to Alicia Keys. All right, they say that she's going to be the host for the 2019 Grammy Awards. I was just like, oh. I mean, yo, I don't have a problem with Alicia Keys, but I think she's boring and bland, and she doesn't. There's no pizzazz. It's always real talking. She talks and she's and she looks and she gazes and she's sexy, and she's just talks, and I was just like, child, it is gonna be a long fucking 2 hours. 3 hours, 4. You know how the Grammys sometimes will go over the time slot. Like, we really got to sit there and listen to Alicia. I mean, okay. I'm okay with it, I guess, because at this point, these award shows, anybody that they get to host, you just be like, get on with it. So, I guess Alicia Keys is just as good as anybody else. Congratulations to her, though. And then lastly, congratulations are also in order for Drake, who signed a $10 million deal for residency in Las Vegas. All right, so he's going to be performing at the Wynn Hotel in the Excess nightclub. He's scheduled to perform a minimum of 10 shows for this $10 million. So that's $1 million a show. Okay, that don't sound like a bad day's work for me. They're saying that a minimum of 10 shows, which sounds to me like they left the back end open so that if it does well, that there's possibility to make way more money because they'll add more shows, which I believe that Drake will definitely draw the people in that they're looking for, and that they will definitely make their money because, this is an opportunity for people to get to Vegas and have a good time in Vegas and then also see their favorite rapper. Okay, 10 million sounds a little low. When you start thinking about the money that, the J-Lo's and the Mariah Careys and all of them might have made. But then is it really comparable? I mean, he's a rapper. This is the first time that they've had a rapper out there do a residency. Maybe he has to set the bar. Maybe, once his thing does well, then they'll do more people and they'll get more money for it. Didn't we hear about a residency for T.I. at some point? I kind of remember talking about something like that. I ain't heard nothing else about it, but am I tripping? Or did something, or was it Outkast? It was an Atlanta rapper. It was an Atlanta rapper or rap group. It was either Outkast or T.I. I want to say it was, I don't know, you guys, but refresh this old brain. But that's neither here nor there. Drake is definitely going to make it happen. How many of you guys are going to see Drake this summer in Vegas? All right, you guys, that is it. Let me get off of here. We do this every single week, so make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.